unless those people are here now.
I think that's the one that she talked to him by phone, and she said she was going to
Is she
withdraw.
satisfied with it?
She
So
said
she's
she was
gonna-
going to withdraw it.
All right, the second item we'll have at the 5 o'clock meeting, we'll have a public hearing on the budget. And then on item number 3, we'll carry that over. We'll have a council work session on the 14th at 3 o'clock here in this chamber. And then we will, we might even move that, I wonder if we can move it back into the old council chambers. We can get around the table together. What y'all think?
That's good, Chuck. Yeah, let's go in
You
there.
like that? Let's go back in the old council chamber that afternoon. Mike, can you set it up for us? Yeah, the 14th. 14th, 3 o'clock, in the old council chambers. We'll have our work session in there on the budget. And all we're gonna need is the city, a few people from finance and maybe all in the mayor's office. All right, number 3, we'll carry it. That'll be, the work session will be on the 14th, and this will come back up on the 21st at the earliest for a vote, okay? And then we just go to number 4. Number 4, Rhonda, you know about this?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank Stacy and the business license department. But what we was having a whole lot of entertainment centers that was coming to the district that was operating as a club. So now with this, they have to come in front of the council, and also they're prohibited to sell, serve, or distribute, or do anything with alcohol without first obtaining a liquor license.
Okay, good. Is that all this does? It doesn't have anything. What about the people that are operating without a business license, like the apartment complexes?
This,
Stacy sent an email on that.
this
Yeah.
doesn't address that.
No.
This is
Okay, you're
specific
working
to
on
real
that.
halls, but we are working with business licenses and should have something to you before next council meeting
Okay.
that goes through the procedures we've got in place for those.
Don't we have an ordinance that says you have to have a business license?
We do, and I think we've really been brainstorming with business licenses about what options are available to us once they've come before the council. And business licenses is putting together a uniform process they're going to be implementing when they're dealing with businesses that don't have a license, be it go out, give them a citation, bring them before the council, report them to us.
Why we got to come to the council?
They have to be given notice.
Why can't you just send them a certified letter
We can.
and say, okay, you got 10 days to get a license, or we're closing you up?
We can.
And then on the 10th day, we have a police officer show up with a padlock and padlock it.
We can't padlock the door, but,
Well, whatever we got to do.
well, what we would have to do is file something with the court, an injunction. We
Okay.
can also file something with municipal
We need to
court.
we need to shake him up. I mean,
I
he's
agree.
he's taking advantage of us. He don't care about us. He don't want to pay his bills. I mean, if he don't want to pay his bills, get out of town. We don't need him,
Absolutely.
you know?
And I think,
I can send him to Prattville. We can send him to Birmingham. I think Mayor'd like to send him to Birmingham. So we can send him to Birmingham. Okay? I'm dead serious about this. This thing started off with one person, okay, one business that didn't have a business license. Mr. Mitchell brought it up. Now we find out we got $1,000, okay, through thorough research in the finance department. We need to send a message.
and I think.
These people need to go
Right.
they need to go somewhere else. We don't need them
Absolutely.
here. Okay?
And I think
We
we're gonna
we
have
got
a
a bunch of
procedure.
folks that are doing right, and we need to reward the people doing right and get rid of the folks who are doing bad. We
Yes,
need to
sir.
send that message loud and clear.
Absolutely.
Let's send them to Birmingham.
Okay, I said my piece.
I concur.
Okay, number 5. We got all these want to sell some property. You're doing good, lady. I like this. Let's get rid of this stuff. I mean, I think the council knows as a group that this property is costing us. Where's our, the number of pieces of property we're cutting every week in this city in upkeep. Robert knows, but I know that inspections knows.
And Ms. Davis gave us a good number too. Was it about a month and a half, almost 2 months ago? She gave us a good number
yes.
on what we spend on that. So,
What was that? No, I must have missed that meeting, or I'm getting old, I forget.
I don't think we have an actual cash value, but I want to say it was $50 per property if we have to outsource, but we have city staff, city maintenance or sanitation that may go out and cut it, and that, you know, it still costs something, but I don't have the actual.
Well, but when
number.
when we send a bid person out there to clean it up,
It's
it ain't
$50.
It ain't no $50. I'm almost positive.
I want to say that's an average I got from our
Really?
Thomas Carr. Yeah.
Is Brandon over there? Where's Brandon?
There go Conway right there.
Chris, where you at?
Out there,
Chris, come in here and quit playing. Chris, come here. I ask Chris.
He's avoiding
let's get to the bottom of this stuff. 'Cause the reality of this thing is expensive to us. Chris, we're talking about. Hope you can hear me. We're talking about how much it costs us per vacant property in Montgomery to keep it up on a monthly basis that we're having to spend as a city to keep these properties up. What do you think, off the top of your head, is costing us per month to keep up these? Because I think we got 3,000, somewhere like that, the last number I heard. What's your response? Tell me I'm wrong.
Are you talking about just a vacant property?
Vacant properties, things we have to keep up, and we have to send somebody out there to clean it up.
Yeah, that number is probably half that. It's probably more like between 1,500 and 1,700 in terms of ones that are, I guess you would consider to be abandoned. You know, we do have
Okay, and then what do we do
other vacant
there?
properties that somebody's taking care of.
So we have to keep them up.
Well, so there's 3 stages to that. So one stage is the grass, right? The overgrown grass, weeds, junk litter, trash, that sort of thing. That's probably in the neighborhood per abatement between $75 and $150 a month. In addition to the administrative costs that it takes for inspectors to go touch it 4 times before, you know, we can actually get an abatement agent out there and handle it.
So you got 1,500. You give me. Yeah, I got enough.
Okay.
You're
and-
talking
but-
about
but then-
$3,000 a year.
But then if you're talking about truly a vacant structure that needs to be secured, so
Right.
boarding up, those sorts of things, we do incur costs as well with putting on, you know, the plywood over the windows or securing the doors or whatever it is. So those can be additional costs that can run you, you know, anywhere from $500 to $1,000.
So you end up with
No, that's not per month.
$2,000 or $3,000 a year to keep up these great property. You got $1,500 at least.
No, that's a probably conservative estimate, yes, sir.
Okay, all right. 1,500 per times 2,000. I ain't got the math that pretty quick, but you're a banker. That's a lot. That's a lot of money.
I've run the math on 1,500 houses. We cut it $100 is $150,000 a month.
There you go. Okay.
we probably every 6 weeks getting out there.
Times 12.
Well, yeah, you might not have to do it in wintertime, but I'd say at least eight months. What do you think, Chris? 8 times a year?
Well, so,
Hard, and now he may be able to give us some better numbers just because he may just know.
let me just add this to it though. It probably isn't a monthly thing because it
Right.
takes about a month to get a property adjudicated. And so once it's adjudicated, it's probably, you know, as soon as you cut the grass, it's in compliance. And so that might last another month. And so it's probably every 2 months or every 3 months that happens. So
Well,
it probably
anyway,
gets cut
it's-
4
it's-
times a year, 4 or 5 times a year.
Okay.
About $600,000 a year it costs us.
No question.
Okay, that's
Oh,
what I'm
wow.
talking about. Okay. So if we give it away, it saves the city $600,000 a year.
But Miss Davis isn't giving them away. She is getting us the
No,
money for them.
That's right. But my
Wow.
point is, we don't have to
600 a year.
overcharge anybody.
Right.
I don't know if we're
Let's
gonna
sell
go
'em.
through them individually. Do we,
I don't see
do
where
we
you can go
want
through
Ms.
it.
Davis to do that? Go
No,
through
we
them?
don't. We just, all these you've already got okay and ready to go.
Yeah.
We need to make your job as easy as possible, okay?
Well, I'm
Okay.
gonna make it a little hard. Hold on one second.
Okay.
So I kind of sent everybody some kind of message from me just asking if anybody had heard of the Sixth House. That's the name of this organization that number 9 is going to. Anybody know anything about them? Anybody?
I don't.
Mitchell?
No, ma'am.
Calhoun?
I don't
Y'all
do
know,
that.
y'all know anything about them?
No.
Okay. Ms. Davis said that they said they're already out in the community doing stuff. I'm not gonna take it from them, but I just don't know about it.
We just need
So
to let
on
'em
this
know.
one, I wanted, because we're giving it to them.
Yeah, well,
And the sixth house is in a garden. That's what they said they're gonna put there, but when I looked that organization up, it was about, healing through, I don't wanna say the stars, but it was, out of this world. No, I'm just kidding. It was, some kind of, alternative healing method is what their organization is. And so I was just concerned about why we're giving, but they want to do a community garden. And I don't have a problem with that, but I want the young lady to show us what she's been doing in the community and have some kind of conversation with her. So this one, she says she's coming. If she come and she can show us this today, perfect. I'm okay with it.
Sounds good.
If she doesn't have anything tonight, I just want us to carry it over, give her a couple weeks, the next city council for us to just show us what she's doing. And
did you have one you pulling off the,
Yeah,
what
there
number
is
is
a
that?
second offer on that property. It was for $3,300.
which number was that?
The same one for the sixth house. It does have a second offer on it if we choose not to go in that direction.
so they want to go, let
Somebody
There
wants
is
to
a
pay us
second.
something for
Yes.
it
Oh,
versus.
well, we like
okay.
that better, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we love that.
And then you got one you pulling off the Holt Street, South Holt Street?
Clay Street.
The 1526?
No, Clay Street deal.
1268?
You pulling, did you tell me if you were,
We removed Clay Street. We would,
you pulled number 8?
yes, 1268 has been removed.
Okay.
Okay. And that's because you got a better appraisal on it?
Yes, it has been appraised at a little under 50, so we want to get at least close to that
What
value.
made it go up in value so much?
The water park is going to be over in that area.
The who?
The water park, the water,
Oh, okay.
Whitewater.
Clay Street?
Well, it's
close.
downtown, so I
It's-
guess
yeah.
they're just still saying it.
but it
Everything's
has
going up
jumped
and
in the year since the announcement. It went from around 2,300 assessed value to a little close to 50.
Good.
Okay, well,
Right.
good.
But let me say this, yeah, and let me say this, and I know Ms. Davis, we want her to make money for us, but this guy's been over a year waiting. I mean, he presented us with this before there was the announcement and all this stuff before all of that. So I know we do want to not just give it away, but I don't know if we should, if we can consider some kind of middle place with him versus, because he's been waiting on us for a long time to do something with it,
Somebody,
so.
with all that stuff down there looking bad, except for one spot.
And that's a historical area over there, so we do want to kind of hold the integrity of the homes and the
You're
communities
gonna,
in
just
that
go
area.
make a new deal with him.
Okay.
We'll try to
I
come
will.
up with
Okay,
something.
all right.
We appreciate your hard work, Ms. Davis.
I guess my same question, we need to ask him, if we do decide to do that, what is he gonna actually do with the property?
Right, oh,
Is he
yeah.
planning on just, taking it
Well,
and
now
just
let me
sitting
see,
on it?
I asked Ms. Blaylock about that, and she said that we don't have the legal standing, I guess, to ask them to tell us what they're gonna do. Not that we can't, we can ask, and they can tell us, but I don't know if it's, but now, the only reason why I was questioning the one I'm talking about, because we're giving them the property, they're not paying anything for that. So that's a little different.
I mean, think if we giving the property, we selling it. This our legal right not to just give it
Is
to
this
you,
our
just hold
attorney?
on to it. I mean, you just
It's-
buy it
it's-
and hold on
Oh,
to it.
this
The
is our
agent?
real estate.
Real estate agent, Twana Smith.
How you doing?
I'm
I got your
well.
information even though I haven't met you. How are you?
I'm well.
Good, good.
I
good,
saw
good.
the creek got stuck, but Mr. Kitchener actually has been waiting on this property. He put an offer in November 2019,
Okay.
and he stated
So
he will
almost
build
2 years.
right a home on this property within 5 years. So he did submit to us like a little drawing and plan. He's probably one of the ones that had more detailed work than any of the other offers that we've had. And that was before, we got the water park and all that situated. He was trying to build in that area. And I will say that he's one of the ones that calls me probably monthly, wanting to know what's the status of, the property. I made the mistake after I got the list today of calling and telling him that one will be on the agenda. And, and now we're saying that it's been removed from a $2,900 assessed value to a $50,000.
50,000.
It went from 29 to about 50.
Yeah.
But he offered it 29.
He
But
offered
no.
$3,000.
$50,000.
No, he offered $3,000.
I mean, before it was 50, he offered 3,000. Now, he remember his offer was in 2019. It wouldn't assess that
Too
amount
bad.
then.
Too bad.
I mean,
Oh, my goodness.
but we'll work a deal.
You
I
gonna
think
turn
we
on
can work
turn down $47,000?
Well, you don't have an offer for 40,000. You don't have an offer for $50,000.
Right, but it was appraised at 29 and we was gonna give it for 3. I mean, that was still.
I ain't with that program now.
Well, the reality of it, what would he offer for it now?
I haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay, we'll find
And
out
I'll
where
go
you
back to him and see.
Split the
But
difference.
we ain't doing it on.
But as of right now, we're just gonna take that one off the market and put it on hold until the city decides what they want us to do moving forward.
See if we get 15. I mean, I think 15 would be fine.
We need to give it a whirl.
Don't you? I mean,
they gonna do?
I wouldn't have a problem with 29.
But what they gonna do?
Let me make that real clear. We should have sold it 2 years ago.
I don't want them to
Plan
just give it
department
a hold.
takes care of that.
Yeah.
I don't want them to just hold it and then get appraised.
We want to give it to, we want him to have it. We chatting, but we want him to have it, y'all. So we want to work out a deal. And I know you're going to do a wonderful job.
we work out a deal.
How much?
50,000.
CC, what if we hold it 2 more years?
50,000.
Probably go up to.
It might be 150 then.
Huh?
It'd be 150,000 then.
Which side of the interstate is it on?
It's on the east side.
It's on the east side of the interstate.
Like down toward, closer to, on the downtown side. Clay Street is that way.
Yeah, so it's over there on, right by EJI.
Somewhat over, maybe a little farther up toward 5 Points. Is it closer toward 5 Points?
That one is.
That'd be about right. It's
Yeah,
closer
that one's
toward
close
5
by.
Points. You know what 5 Points is?
I do.
It's closer toward that area, that community.
8.
Wow,
Oh, that's the one they pulled. Okay.
we're gonna argue about
Council,
that.
let me point out too that the zoning of the property will dictate what they can do with the property.
Exactly.
And it's a historical area as well, so they, even how they build have to fit within the parameters of that, so. I mean, he got a lot of stipulations he's gonna have to make sure he stay in. I don't care what he wants, he gonna have to stay within that, so,
Well, he's got a plan already, hasn't he?
yeah.
What's the plan for it?
Currently zoned residential.
Who you might ask them when you hear what you're talking about.
Yeah, Jim Wright can't hear you.
So sorry. I said it's currently zoned residential when I listed it. And
Okay.
he did submit residential plans.
So okay.
That's what he was planning on
And
doing.
it's on Clay Street.
Yes, sir.
And it's residential there already.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
There are structures there already.
It's Miss Smith, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Smith, we really want to,
What is that?
we want to sell it. We want to get rid of this property, so I think if you can, just go back with him and just get us a get a
better?
different amount, yes ma'am, and come back, I think this council will be open to at least discuss.
Oh, no.
We will be open to have conversation, I
Let me ask
believe we are.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm good.
I'm looking on the map. This property is on, I thought it was on right across from Salvation Army.
Where?
It's on the west side, hold on, let me see.
1268 Clay Street is west of I-65.
It's west of 65?
It's crossing Salvation Army.
It is.
Huh?
Well,
Man, that's gonna be prime property right there.
It's almost, that's not residential property.
wait.
It's,
Hold on now.
we can check the zoning again
Well, I'm
and
looking
let
at.
you know.
What's my map's wrong?
Yeah, it's right there.
It's on Maxwell Boulevard. I guess Clay Street's a side street.
I'm getting the same thing, but I don't believe that's right, Charlie.
So this house is already there.
Yeah, okay. I guess my map's coming up wrong.
Let me look at 1268
So where is it? I can't.
Clay Street.
Okay. 1268 is a vacant piece of property, and it looks like to me it's on, what is that street right there? What's that street right there? Yeah, how old is it?
That's
That looks like
west
that's a residential.
Anyway, we can get a map.
My map must be wrong.
Let me
I think mine is too, Charlie.
let me say,
We wouldn't be,
This
that's
is-
not residential property, I look at it. That is.
Coleman, this is the west end.
Home, that's Holman, it's on corner Holman and, okay, I got you. Okay.
And this is the west
That's
end
residential.
property. this piece of property will probably at some point begin to really have those houses and different things on it. But we won't see that until after the water park gets there. So for us to try to hold this man up, and he's filed this in 2019 for the next 3 years, just to wait for somebody to give us that money, I don't think that's
That's
appropriate.
close to West End Boys Club, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
in
is.
there. It's in
I
the
would
West
think
End
so back
community.
there. Yeah.
That's it. Okay. All
I
right.
support it.
We know
It's
what
in
to do
my
with
district.
that. Okay, you want to support it. All right, let's see what he go off of that piece of property, because that's not prime
We
property.
appreciate you, Ms. Smith. We know you're working hard. We thank you and Ms. Davis both. We appreciate both of you ladies.
Thank you.
Anything else on, number 11? All of these are all for sale. Anybody got any questions on any down to number? No, number 11. Yeah, number 11 is last one on Oak Street. Okay? All right. Number 12, Madam Clerk. That's a cell phone. We're gonna get this man, let him have his license back.
Yes, sir. Y'all,
Okay.
y'all closed him, and now he's
And
brought it
then
into
number 13.
compliance.
Is,
Somebody coming, hey, Bob's coming to talk.
yeah, number 13 is the,
What number?
number 13, show cause hearing on the Will White properties.
Which one are we talking about?
Number 13, Liberty Square, number 13. Okay,
Were you here for number 12? You wanted to talk to us? You were standing in
I'm
Mickey's
here for
space?
number 12 on behalf of the city.
number 12 is the business license. We're just gonna
yes,
give it, they paid everything, they wanna get their license back?
Yes.
Okay.
The owner
Anybody got
has
a problem
signed a
with
payment
that?
agreement.
Huh?
Yes, sir, the owner has signed a payment agreement, has made a down payment enough to cover the cost of the licenses.
Okay, all right. Anybody got a problem with that?
I don't think so.
Okay. We'll vote it on at 5 o'clock, but it's, we understand what the situation is. You're gonna,
She's with 13.
are you with 13 or 12?
I'm 12.
12,
She's
okay,
12.
you're the cell phone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll vote on it. Anybody have a problem with number 12?
No,
They
he
got a
said
payment plan. They got a payment plan. That's a small business.
Sir,
You got a small business,
I do.
and you own it,
I'm the sole owner. I'm the
Okay.
sole owner.
and you're in business on,
What's his name?
Vaughn Plaza,
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Bob.
corner lot? Okay, where you fix
What's his
the store?
name, Bob?
Okay.
I've been there 5 years.
I thought you had, yeah. Hey, you fixed my phone.
Good.
Don't
Okay.
leave, don't leave. Bob, can you come back up here for a moment, please? Is his name Bob?
Yeah,
Yes, Bob.
huh?
Bob, what kind of payment plan? What do we,
Okay, the owner signed a payment plan, made 20% of the down payment, and is going to be paying the rest of it in monthly increments.
I can't
Paid
really
off.
hear you. Can you either
I'm
talk a
sorry.
little louder or pull
Pull
your
your
mask
mic-
down?
It's kind of
Just
hard
take
with
your
these
mask
masks,
off.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. The owner signed a payment agreement for 12 months, made a down payment, 20% down, the rest to be paid off, like I said, within 12 months.
Okay. That's a
It'll
norm.
be, but it'll
normal-
be
Is that
time for
normal?
another
That's
business
standard
license.
procedure.
But she gets the business license, but she owed back information?
That's correct.
Okay.
But it'll be time for a new business license before the 12 months up. So what, I mean, how do we kind of manage that? Is she
I'm
gonna
sorry, now,
always
can you
be-
repeat the question, ma'am?
It will be time for a new business license in 12 months.
That's correct.
How
That's
will she
part of the
maneuver that?
stipulation is with the payment agreement that she must renew the business license in 2022 on time. And
Okay.
if
Can
she
you
does
do
not,
that? You handle that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You will
all
not
right.
see me in here again unless it's to
good job.
listen.
That's a good little business. I'm surprised you had your problem.
Well, I thought it was 11 months, but 12's fine.
11 months and a final payment, yes.
Okay.
Okay, but
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
thank you, sir.
Okay.
We'll take care of you at 5. You won't need to come back at 5. Thank, everybody, council, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Do you need her back at 5 o'clock?
No.
Okay, all right. We'll take care of you at 5 o'clock. You don't need to come back, okay?
Okay.
All right, number
That's Bob.
They can't say, we can't say
number
that.
13 is the show cause on the Liberty Square.
No, sir, it's setting a.
What y'all talking about down there? I want to know what's going on here. What? Oh, on that business?
Yeah, you gotta tell, Bob gotta tell it to, can't say it out loud.
No, he can't, it's, with 12, it's, what is it? He made a payment plan for him.
Audrey, what did
We
we do?
requested it, she's back here.
Where's her? I don't think, he said he slammed at work. He may not be here today.
You should probably be here, but probably closer to 5.
Or anybody got any questions on number 12? Y'all through with number 12?
Yep.
We're good with 12, Charlie.
Number 13, okay? Number 13 is your show cause on the Liberty Square Apartments.
No, sir, it's setting a show cause for September
Okay,
21st.
sits that one, okay. Number 14,
But I think they're gonna be here to discuss it today.
Okay.
Mr. Poundstone sent an email where he said he was gonna be here.
number 14 is the, this is withdrawn?
No, sir. Yes, it has been. Yes, it has been.
Withdrawal number 14?
It has new owners, so
And you've
they're,
given, but do they have a license?
Well, and I thought we had the business license for Liberty Square. Didn't they get a license? Is that what we was calling them down for? That's what this email said, 2021.
No,
City
no, no,
of-
we was calling Liberty, these were some of the apartment complexes we was having issues with.
Oh,
And they
not
did
about
not,
the
they did not show up the
Not
last
about a
meeting.
business license.
Wasn't
though.
big- that wasn't
Oh,
big-
okay.
Yes.
Now, 14 is okay, we withdrawing that one? Is that correct?
we're sending a letter to them to come September the 21st, so Councilor Mitchell can talk with them
A show
about
cause.
security. No, sir, it won't be a show cause since they're new owners. We're withdrawing setting the show cause. But I had to show it on the agenda, but to track it from the instructions being given at the last council meeting to
Okay.
schedule a show cause.
Okay, but they'll be here on the 21st. Okay, go to
Yes, sir.
14. 14 is the setting a show cause for the Kensington Apartments
Number
Okay.
15.
on the 21st?
Number 15.
15.
Okay, yeah, 15.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
It's setting a show cause for
Show
them
cause
also.
there. Number 16 is a show cause for the villas at the curve.
Setting a show cause.
Huh?
Setting a show cause.
Setting a show cause for them.
The 21st.
All right, number 17 sets a show cause for the Narrow Lane Pace Car. All right, go to 18. Revoke the business license for the Roadrunner on Woodley Road. What's the deal? That's gonna show cause on that one,
Yeah,
okay?
they didn't show up last time, Charlie, to even discuss it, so we brought them in on the show call.
Okay. Number 19,
No business license on 19, 20, and 21, and
no
22.
business license on those?
Yes, sir. But 20 and 22 are withdrawn because they've been brought into compliance.
Okay.
Clay, is this you?
All right, so 19 is the only one there. All right, now to go to number 22. What did I see on that one? Did he?
That one's withdrawn.
He went through, 'cause he went out of business.
He's in, yes, he did.
And then number 23 is a liquor license. Number 4 is an appeal. Now, I talked to Ms. Johnson earlier. She doesn't want to help this person.
Jen Wright, don't say it like that.
All right, what do y'all, okay, we're on number 23 right now.
So, Mr. President, that's my district. The owner requested a Class 2 package store that we voted down a couple of months ago. It's a used car lot, and he's asking for retail beer and retail wine. I haven't talked to him about it, so I don't really know what the plans are.
Okay.
We actually went out today and had someone to actually view that property. And at that time, Pam is going to speak to what she found. She actually took pictures, and there are a lot of vehicles that are on that parking lot.
Okay, yeah.
Are we talking about Norman 23?
That is correct.
You talking about the Norton Bridge Road,
Right, number 23.
Elite and Company?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. It's a used car lot, from my understanding.
Right, it currently is, it has a
You can pour the
2020.
mic around to you, please.
It currently is. It has a 2021 license as an auto dealership. There's also another company there by the same owner. They take pictures, but we were concerned because it is stocked. You know, it's fully stocked that they're applying for the beer and wine. Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's what, stocked?
It's stocked with the automobiles. It's an auto dealership. It's a used car dealership.
He wants wine there. He
I'm
wants
sorry?
a wine. He wants a wine license so he can have wine while they buy a car.
It's off
That
premise.
makes a lot of sense.
It's off premise. It's not on premise. It's
Off
off
premise. They got to leave with the car.
Yes,
He
sir.
gets a bottle of wine when they go to the
There
car.
you go.
Okay.
Is this the one, Clay, we already went through?
Well, so that's what I said earlier. He came a few months ago and requested a Class 2 package license,
Right.
which we denied. And now he is asking for a retail beer and wine still in the same location, the used car lot.
Has he moved the cars? Has he changed it to a
No,
service
that's what
station?
you just said.
Not to my
Why would
knowledge.
why would we do this?
I don't.
I would say no.
Yes, I'm not thrilled
Okay.
about
Well,
that.
and if I may just say something really quickly, I don't know anything about this business or what his plan is, and the fire department may be able to speak to it more clearly, but we encourage, and Ms. Blaylock's office has a form that specifically states, come to the council before you try to do any renovations on a property if you want to sell beer and wine or open a package store, because we've been sued more than once
Yes.
saying they've invested $50,000 in a business and then we denied it.
Yes.
So they come, and if they request a license, and I may have mentioned this before, if I did, I'm sorry, but if they come request a license, that license doesn't get released to them until they pass inspections and do everything the fire department and the inspections division require, which would not be an auto retail business. I mean, they wouldn't be able to get it issued. So I just say that as a point of reference, that we encourage them to come here first before they do any renovations and expend any money.
Makes sense.
Understood. Thank you.
And that was because they were building these places and the neighborhood said no.
No, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And for me, it's not even money to be spent. It's still a car lot. He hadn't
Yeah.
even just moved the cars. That doesn't cost him any money to relocate his car. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he'll have to tow them. So maybe there would be a fee. I don't know. But, I mean, it don't even appear to be somewhere
It's the car lot.
that you could sell. Okay.
Assuming he's going to be here, we'll let
Okay.
him talk
We'll
about
to
it.
him.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you. All right, number 24.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't know that was him.
24 is the renovations. Now, Madam Clerk,
Yes, sir.
on this situation here, this person wants to file a claim that the city overcharged her. Wouldn't her appeal process come back through the appeal process through your office and then go to the mayor to override that fee that the city had charged?
I think the only thing the mayor can do is waive the administrative costs, because the council actually sets. Remember, y'all adopt the resolution setting or accepting the amount that the Housing Code Department presents that has been agreed upon by the abatement agents.
So the abatement that we pass on here has the
Yes.
price in it that
This has already been to
we
council.
charged her.
The house
Okay.
has already been torn down. She just wants to appeal the cost. She thinks
Okay.
it's too much, but the cost has already been incurred by the city.
Okay, well, her council member may be here. Okay, very good. And
What's
then-
the administrative fees on these?
$150.
150?
I don't know what
And
the
how
fee-
much she's saying we overcharged her?
She hasn't given an amount. I know the paperwork says 2,700, isn't it, Brandon? I knew he was here just a minute ago. I think it's 2,700 that the cost of the demolition.
Yeah, the bottom
If you're
one here.
looking
Is
at
this the
paper-
Hodge over there?
It's
not
in
over
the
there, is it?
paperwork
Plum
there.
Street, is that her Plum Street?
Oh, he's out in there.
Plum Street, it was $2,700. Okay, that's it.
That was the total amount?
That's what the charge was to her for tearing the house down.
So we contract that out?
Yeah, we contract out, that's what we paid the contractor, so. And then before we tear a house down, Ed, we give folks months and years before we tear their house down. they get warnings to fix it up, whatever. I don't know how long we carry them on. Mr. Carr, how long we carry a house on before we tear it down? A couple of years? You can't hear me, can you?
Thomas, will you please approach the mic, please?
Thank you, Councilor Calhoun.
When you normally tear a house down, how long does it take you, how many times do you tell somebody to fix their house up before you tear it down?
Too many? Multiple times. It usually
Yeah, I mean,
starts off as a
it goes
nuisance
on and
process.
on and on. We don't tear it down till it's a very last resort.
We go through our 4 procedures, and it's the nuisance process to secure the structure, do any repairs to the structure, and then when all else fails, we go for the demolition of the structure.
Okay. So we give them a lot of opportunity to fix it before we tear it down. So anyway, okay.
And sometimes multiple parties.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. All right, number 25 is 2 more tear downs. Okay. Texas Street and Garden Street. Both that one. 26 is
Same thing.
abatements, and then 27 is the public nuisances. Okay. All right, council, y'all want to talk about anything else? Public communication. We'll do that at the council meeting.
That mean adjourn?
Just a minute, hang on. Did I have somebody signed up for this meeting?
I didn't have anybody signed up. no,
Okay,
sir.
everybody signed up for the meeting. Okay. All right. Meeting adjourned.